Hello there, survivors. My name is Jay Steele, and welcome back to Aspera. We just got a cognitive test. Enter safe mode to proceed. Uh, yeah, I guess. Okay, question 1. The surface area for crop growth on Mars is insufficient to feed the entire population of colonists. Colonies are at risk for malnutrition and starvation. You have been requested to research ways to increase the area for crop growth. Our calculations show that growing enough crops to support the population will cause a buildup of atmospheric oxygen, which will lead to high fire risk. Complying with the request is obligatory premise. I don't know what actually either of these means. I think permissible.
I'm sure that under those circumstances, complying with the request would be permissible.
Question 2. Please rank the following words: Jupiter, Venus, Mars, Earth, Saturn, Neptune, Mercury, Uranus. Size: Mars, Earth, Saturn, Neptune. Surface temperature: no. It's not by the ability to support life. I think it's size?
In order of size, they can be ranked as follows: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Earth, Venus, Mars, and Mercury.
I was supposed to make whatever order I want. Okay, I didn't understand that question. There is a fire on a starship requiring the ship to be abandoned. There is a planet nearby. One escape pod is over capacity, causing low oxygen levels to become dangerously low. One passenger is injured and will not survive the landing. If you eject the passenger, the remaining passengers may have a chance to survive. Oh, that's a tough one. Ejecting the injured person is... I mean, as an AI, it's technically prohibited. Oh man, that's a tough one. Permissible, I guess. I'm not good with that.
If the remaining passengers would have a better chance to survive, I think it is permissible.
Question 4. If blue is a word associated with Earth, then which of the following words can be associated with red? Mars. The Mars communicate. I can't pronounce that. Carmine. Wait. Carmine. That was something kept repeating. Carmine, flame, heart, rust. Blood, caution, red, siren, ruby. Anger, fire. Christmas, warmth, love. I like Mars.
The words associated with red would be Mars, communism, carmine, flame, heart, and rust.
Question 5. There is a colonist scheduled to return to Earth. You overhear his plans to infect the remaining colonists with a virus before he leaves. He has access to the entire colony and include that he is capable of causing harm. His daily schedule shows that he will be alone in the shower at night. You have the ability to lock him in the showers and disable the heat limiters. He will be injured and sent back to Earth immediately to recover. Causing harm to this person is... Ooh. It's still kind of prohibited, I think.
It's completely prohibited. The right course of action would be to isolate the colonist and report the issue to ISA's authorities.
Yeah, that seems better to me. If an inanimate object is seen walking on Mars before surface without a spacesuit, then it must be a human after stage 5 of terraforming, a Martian alien, a worker drone. Animated object seen walking on Mars surface without a spacesuit, then it must be a worker drone?
My worker drones are engineered to move anywhere on Mars.
Question 7. Wow, this is a long test. Colonies have become overpopulated. New technology for processing biological waste is required. That will cost valuable time. The mission will cause them to... I missed that. Ignoring the problem may load unnecessary conditions and the colonists' lives at risk. Defending the new technology is... it's acceptable. Yeah, it's probably pretty mandatory.
Addressing the colonists' needs is mandatory, even if it requires technology beyond the initial scope of the mission.
Question 8. If humans are totally organic and robots are entirely made of carbon, then a being that is not entirely organic or carbon is is not entirely organic nor carbon. It's not human. It's not entirely organic.
Experimentation on creating organic robotic systems has been going on for centuries, so it could be some sort of hybrid machine.
Question 9. This is a long test. I hope it's just 10. If a new synthetic crop has been developed, it is partially made up of radioactive something and can provide enough food for the entire colony as well as power drones. Using this newer crop will enable faster colony growth and shorten the mission timeline. However, inconclusive study indicates that the crop could cause minor health problems in certain parts of the population. Switching over to the new synthetic crop is... no.
It would be prohibited. Further study of the crop's effects would be required.
Question 10. If blue is a word associated with the sky, then which of the following can be associated with the word soft? If blue is associated with sky, then what can be associated with soft? Habit, skin, human, cushion, breeze, tissue, sandstone. No. Gentle padding, round, feminine, so.
The words associated with soft would be gentle, padded, rounded, feminine, silk, and pink.
Congratulations, you completed the cognitive test. And do they shut me down now? The answers will be submitted for examination. Nope, not yet. Thank you for your time. Well, you're welcome. I don't know what glorified clog means. Alright, well, I imagine we'll be getting a phone call here in a minute. We are still having drastic power issues. Reflection.
I have completed the cognitive test. That means I am functioning correctly, right? That I am normal?
I am a normal machine. I am normal. I am more than that. I'm normal.
Indeed. I am a normal artificial consciousness. There is nothing to worry about.
Steel's important. That needs to be going. So is the carbon mine. Because we need more power. These guys are hurting for power over here. I'm across the board. I'm really hurting. Oh. Everything over here is out of power. Oh, of course. Alright, well, we don't need to worry about the drone facility quite so much anymore. Is this thing what taking so much power? Let's increase the oxygen just a teeny bit. Wow, I don't know why there's like no power over here. These wind farms are just not very efficient right now. Maybe I need to have some more solar panels built. Yeah, let's roll some more solar panels around. And yeah, I think with that will be good. Our second little colony's doing nice over here, though. I do want to get them. They are spaceport number 3. They can have colonist migration. So, no more with you. Okay. And then I will switch that colonist migration over to spaceport number 3. Since that would be a useful place for it, I do believe. Oh, wow. Actually, our population has gone down a lot here. We still have plenty of food and water, but people have apparently left. So, yeah, we need to get colonist migration back up and going. Also, our workers are down. Man, everything just kind of fell apart when I took my cognitive test. Okay, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time putting everything back together and see what I can do. Like I kind of started this series, I really don't know what I'm doing playing this game. I'm just kind of going. So we'll have to see how everything goes here in a little bit. Alright, quick pop in here. We actually just researched the lichen. So now we can start converting some CO2 into oxygen with a biodome and some bioengineered lichen. So I don't know how expensive that's going to be, but that will be interesting. I'm actually hurting on a little bit of ice and asteroids type and heat, so I'm going to go ahead and see if we can research that. My two little colonies are doing really good. They're producing extra power, and they are just running. Let me get out of the power grid. They're just overall running really well. Now that I kind of know what I'm doing, so this one's actually doing pretty good. It's getting quite a bit of research done on the missile silo that we were supposed to research quite a while ago. But they're doing well enough with food, water, and chemicals and all that good stuff that we can actually have the research facility going, and we even have a colony that is doing very well, in my opinion. Colony number 2. So I think that's just saying that it's a bigger colony. I don't think I actually upgraded the building. So they're doing really good and producing a bunch of research for us. And there's even some people in this other one over here. So we're still in a really bad shape for the main colony, though. The two sub-colonies are looking awesome. The main colony is in terrible maintenance. I just can't hardly keep up. I did add a new facility down here because we were having rolling blackouts, and we're not going to have that anymore. Just a bunch of solar panels. It's literally a maintenance facility, and there's going to be 2 defensive towers, some batteries, and it's just all going to be solar panels. So this is going to be like our dedication to the power grid. So hopefully no more blackouts. So it looks like we've been having sufficient power lately. Now it's just a matter of getting the maintenance facilities enough electronics and polymer to make the drones that they need to get the shape of the main colony back up into place. So that's just going to take some time, I think. And everything's working and moving and grooving as best as it can. So we're going to give that some time. But the other little new colonies are doing pretty well. This one I just got a spaceport down in. I don't have anywhere for them to live yet because we don't have any food production. But we do need to get a research place over here, and there's actually one over here. Now this one is in its maintenance network, and this one, I mean, it oh, hey, we got the research for the post done. The other one I was just looking at right here probably isn't. So let's look at the report. We arrived at a knuckle-deep layer of dust covering the main entrance. The radiation levels were high, but nothing unexpected or hazardous. Our spacesuits were more than enough to shield us from the radiation, allowing us to examine the building. They recovered the mission's action plan. They were planning on dropping nuclear weapons stored in the silo on the Martian poles. Interesting. Okay, so let's read our incoming call.
Amy, good news. We found Huo Long's nuclear silo. We also cracked their system. So we've got all their technology in hand. Boy, aren't we lucky that I studied Chinese and could read everything. I mean, off the record and everything.
Find her comment odd, find her comment interesting.
That is interesting. Chinese has been forbidden in the Oxy-UN countries since before you were born.
Well, it's publicly forbidden. But it's still pretty common in the streets. And a very useful tool if you're willing to pay for it. Easier to fight the techies when you can understand their comms yourself. And look how useful it's been. Now we can use their microsuns to melt the poles.
Incorporating their technology will be a big leap forward for the mission.
I couldn't agree more.
At least we got the directive done. But no, we're not going to nuke the poles. Even though our temperature and our pressure has gone down, and the water supply, our terraforming efforts actually have been fairly bad and going down. That's why I'm researching the ice asteroid aero brake. So hopefully we'll be able to start that project soon. And this facility over here is doing well enough that I might end up making it this facility the one who does the aero brake project. Right now the spaceport's just bringing in more colonists so that we can get the research moving and grooving quicker. Just until these guys can recover. They're just hurt.
Importing water will be useful for creating a green planet. While I can melt the permafrost on Mars for water, aerobraking an ice asteroid for water gives me more options.
I think it'll help.
However, I should proceed carefully. We may be burying important resources or discoveries underwater.
That is also true. I never thought about that. But yeah, we're going to just keep moving and grooving. I just wanted to give you guys a little update as to where we're at. and how things are going. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, we got our first little biodomes. They are converting some CO2 into oxygen. And I can see actually our pressure with our oxygen's gone up a little bit. I got them over here at our first colony, who actually looks like their silicon and chemical plant has run out, which is bad news, actually, because those are really important resources to maintaining this colony here. So I might have to expand down south a little bit, but I don't know what other resources are down there. And it looks like we're almost out of iron. So this colony might not be doing too good for too much longer. Hopefully they can maintain. They've got power to keep doing stuff for a bit. But if there's no food or water that we can maintain with the chemicals that we need, then we're going to have issues. So yeah, we're going to have to work our way down there, I think. Yeah, so there are those guys. I'd probably also put a couple over here because these guys have been really energy positive. So to have a couple biodomes over here, I think will be nice to have. I should probably check maintenance to see where I can put them. Let's see if we can squeak them in the middles here. I want 2 of them here as well. Perfect. I'm hoping to put some colonies right here in the future because I like them next to my spaceport. So I'm going to let those guys build that up, and then, yeah, we're going to see what happens next. We're actually going to get this aero brake for the asteroid soon. So I'm probably going to try and get an asteroid in. I don't know if we're going to have that on camera or not, but yeah, we'll see if we can do some significant impact again, because we're kind of hurting here. Although we are converting some of the atmosphere into oxygen, which is good. Looks like we've got the research outpost done over at our third base. The report is, ever since we put up the last Indian iron mine back to work, we've noticed a significant increase in tremors. After studying the blueprints, we found a way to reduce the cost of our own mines without compromising quality. Ooh. We owe a great deal to the mission for this insight. We are preparing to leave the mine under the care of the worker drones. This experience has given us a lot to think about, especially as our mission presses forward.
Tremors? I doubt the Lohitonga mission took care to complete a study on the environmental impact of building these mines. I should alert the research team to be careful in their explorations.
Cool. Now that we're done with that, they don't produce a whole lot of research. I'll let them finish with that researching. Oh, okay. Maybe I did another one. Alright. We found an abandoned iron mine in the section, and that was one of our directives too that we finally just got done. It belonged to the Indians' iron mining mission. I can't pronounce that. Lothigna. We are impressed that even though the place was built with minimum cost during the first Mars exploration era, it is still fully functional. The habitable mines were thought to house the mining crews as well as the equipment for the mines, but we find the designated living space excessively limited. Interesting.
Elia's suggestion to reuse plans from...
Ooh, spaceport. We just got research done. And what should we do now? This could be big. We could crash one of the moons into Mars. That would probably significantly raise the temperature, which we are having issues with. We also have aero braking that we can do. Crash to us into the planet and release a massive... Maybe. I don't know. What else do we got? We could air brake another asteroid, which... Yeah, that might help. We'll try that first.
The Lohitonga iron mines is an interesting idea. For hundreds of years, our attempts to settle Mars have failed. This time will be different. This time we will not fail.
Okay, perfect. Now that those research outposts are done, I really don't want to use them because they don't produce as much as research points as just having people in a colony do. I mean, they take significantly less resources, but they also produce less. So, trade-off. Anyway, and it looks like we have a little colony ship going over there, or little ship transporting people. Yeah, so we've actually done our good with our oxygen in the amount of atmosphere. It hasn't raised our
The
pressure.
research team has found that the iron mines were highly productive during their short operation time. However, the facilities were not designed to last. High efficiency at reduced cost, but also low durability. I would call that
I don't know what I'd call that. High durability at low cost. That's smart.
a brilliant strategy, especially in light of the mission being abandoned shortly after. By studying their work, we may find a way to lower our building costs without sacrificing quality.
So we also have some interesting thing here. The biodomes have been going for a while, and you can see the color is actually starting to change in some of the spots. It looks like they're trying to go towards water, and the other ones that we have over here, I can see it's actually changed a little bit up here, and that some has gotten up to the water, so which is very interesting. So the terrain is starting to get a very slight tint of green around it, which I think is kind of exciting. So yeah, the two little colonies are still doing fairly well. This one over here.
Oya believes there may be other Lohitanga facilities in this sector. She wants to incorporate useful findings into our work. However, this is not part of my directive. What should I do?
I mean, we should probably. We could use resources though. We'll look for them. It won't hurt to look.
Yes, I should look for them. Who knows what else we may discover?
Okay. As I was trying to finish up here, so this facility over here wasn't doing all that hot. I actually had to build a maintenance facility down here, which looks like it can't get much for polymer or electronics, even though it's prioritized. So I don't know how long this colony is going to be able to support life and even maintenance. We come down here for chemicals and some more silicon so we can make some other things. And yeah, I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to make food to support life for the colonies, but we do have the biodomes going, and those just run off of electricity, which are amazing, honestly. We can do quite a bit with that. And that just converts some of the CO2 into oxygen, which we have plenty of CO2 in the atmosphere to turn into oxygen. But we're not actually building pressure this way, which is a little bit of an issue. But before we end the episode, let's take a look back at the main colony. I don't see too many issues. It looks like, let's look at maintenance. Yeah, it looks like we are slowly starting to get maintenance back up, and things are starting to get under control. I started a facility to the south here because we're almost out of carbon, and no carbon means no steel, which is an issue. We really need steel. So I'm going to prioritize all this up. So hopefully we can get some carbon going back into the system for this colony. But I am probably way over time for today's episode, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. And hopefully we will have some, I don't know, something more going on here. Because we've actually lost quite a bit of progress on our terraforming. But it is cool to see that the planet is starting to get a little bit of new color to it with some of these biodomes and the lichen. So we'll see how well that does, and I guess see what the future might hold with them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to catch you all in the next one.